Alright guys, I got my camera fixed today, and I got my lighting back. So, this should be a pretty good video. It's going to let you see things much more clearly than you were seeing them in the other videos. So what I want to do is talk about some things. I'm going to talk about the sights that are on the Bowie Tactical Concepts M&P. These, I've never used this exact style of sight before, and I'll get into that. And I'm going to tell you exactly what I think about it, first impressions and all that good stuff. I'm going to let you know some of the rounds I have in them, some more shooting testing I'm going to be doing this week, and I guess we'll just go for there. So let's just have fun and mess around with some guns. Okay, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and empty these guys out. I have some Spear Gold Dot 125 or 124 grain Gold Dot hollow point plus P. I need to slow down. I'm starting to make some mistakes. But this is a mistake you don't make. Remember to check your chamber. Especially when you're doing a video and you're thinking about 10 different things. Don't neglect checking your gun. I'm not trying to be a safety Sally. I'm just looking out for those, for those people that are newer to guns. Anywho, this little car, CM380. Okay, now another thing I wanted to tell you guys, and I did not mention it yet, all three of these guns have been fully heated and treated with frog lube. Okay, so everything's covered completely with frog lube. Everything's been fully cleaned. And I'm going to take this out. Now, the ammo in here, let me go ahead and clear the chamber. The ammo in here, oh, it's got a little bit of frog lube on it there, don't it? I must have missed a spot in there. Okay, is the DRT Terminal Shock. Now, I'm not saying this is the best ammo out there, but when I purchased this gun, this was the most, this was something that looked like a viable option for me at the time. I've seen some ballistic tests with this, and given the right shot placement, if you had to use this in a self-defense situation, I think it would do decent. It's an 85 grainer, and here's what the tip looks like. Okay, so it's the DRT ammo. Okay, now for the Bowie gun. I got the mag release switched over, as you guys can see. In there, I have Hornady Critical Duty 135 grain flex lock. Okay, so we're gonna start talking about some of this stuff here. Okay, here's the first thing. I'm going to the range again to shoot this week, and I think at this range I'm going to be able to do videos for you. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to be using some different types of ammo. I'm going to be shooting plus Ps through these firearms. I am going to be shooting Winchester white box. I got a 100 round pack that I just purchased. And I still have 800 rounds of the Freedom Munitions remanufactured ammo, which I'm not real confident in, but I'm hearing a lot of guys are messaging me and telling me that they shoot that reman and they have no problems with it. So we're just going to have to see. Is it a break-in issue? Especially on this one. It rarely happened in this one, but more in this one because of the Lone Wolf's website says that when you use a Lone Wolf barrel and it's new, to break the barrel in with plus P ammo, and I didn't do that. So plus P, we're going to go to Winchester white box, we're going to see how everything runs, and then we're going to go to Freedom Munitions, the remanufactured ammo after that. So that's what I'm going to do this week. I'm going to slow down on buying other stuff. Right now it's going to be all about the shooting, guys. Right now it's going to be all about the shooting, and hopefully I wanted to go train with David Bowie real soon of Bowie Tactical Concepts, but the classes are full clear until August. So I don't know if I want to plan something that far ahead, but we'll see what happens. His classes, they've just filled up. I mean, he's just starting, I guess, this weekend, and they're full. So I think he's got a knife class open. By the way, interesting fact, I didn't know this. The K-Bar TDI self-defense knife that they made for law enforcement, civilian, military. The K-Bar TDI is named after the Tactical Defense Institute, which is where Bowie trains. I don't know who it was with them, but one of those guys are the ones that designed or developed that knife. So just an interesting fact that basically when you see a K-Bar TDI, that has to deal with David Bowie, you know, in a roundabout way. Okay, so I just want to give you guys some shots now that I got good lighting, and wanted to show you some things because this camera is just working awesome now. So yeah. Freshly frog lubed, they're feeling good. I don't feel that there's anything that would hinder them internally as far as running right, unless, like Lone Wolf says, that this barrel does need broken in. They, like I said, they say they don't say how many, but they say fire plus P ammo through these Lone Wolf barrels when they are brand new. I did not do that. Okay, so we'll have to see what happens. This little thing ran real decent without even being broken in. This ran really good. Had a couple of little blips with the Freedom Munitions ammo. What I wanted to talk to you guys about, man, look at this feed ramp down in there. Hopefully I can show you now that I've got the right lighting. There might be a little bit of a smudge on there. But look at this. See if you can see that feed ramp. It's like mirror polished. Really smooth, really shiny, really... it's really going to feed well. David did that to this when he had the gun, the reliability package, and I think that it really improves things because when you just feel it, you know, and it's so much smoother. Of course, anything like that where you have contact with other things that's smooth like that is always going to be in your favor. But the gun store or the gun factories, the gun companies, they probably just don't have the man hours and the man time and the pay to be able to pay workers and take the time to polish all these feed ramps out by hand. That's probably why gun factories do not do that. Okay, let's talk about this. Something interesting that I want to talk to you guys about. I had these are the Bowie sights. This is a collaboration with David Bowie and Ameriglow. I had never shot a sight of this style. I've heard many, many things about this. Basically, you see the two tritium vials here because I have a ton of light coming down. But if you were shooting this in a normal light situation, anything from just average light to bright, you do not see really these dots at all. They're blacked out. They're basically like this. They're blacked out. And you can see them at night though. But okay. So I've always heard about people that use these, and I'm talking about some people that really know their stuff. Some people that like Masad Ayub. From what I read from him, that he loves this style sight. So basically, let me tell you about my experience with this sight, and just it threw a whole new perspective into me. Now, before, I had always shot like standard 3 dots, or excess big dot night sights where you had, you know, one thing in the back and you put the ball over it, or I shot where you just had the night sights, but there was a rim around it. And the rim was lighter around the tritium vials, and that's what you'd use in daytime. So I never, well, I did shoot a gun before that had all blacked out. I don't remember what it was, or a revolver or something of 1911, but I shot a gun with all blacked out sights. Didn't care for that. Just a black blade in front and black in the back. Let me tell you how these worked. What these are really great for, I was able to put my eye on the front sight there, and I was able to keep both eyes open. Now, I'm left eye dominant. I shoot left-handed. That eye is always open, of course, but my right eye that would normally people would close when they shoot, it was maybe 15 to 20% closed. And what that allowed was I was able to perfectly look at the front sight and my target, both eyes open shooting, and was still hitting good, and there was nothing in the back to distract me. And I was like, oh, I get it. That's why these sights are so popular. That's why guys that want to do like quick shooting or want to get shots on target faster, that's why they like these. Because there was nothing distracting me in the rear here. When I would look at this sight through my left eye, I would just look at that and put it on the target where I wanted the round to go, and my right eye was almost fully open, just slightly curved, closed, but almost all the way open, and I could see the front sight and the target, and I was shooting good like that. So I got to tell you guys, I really do like this sight system from Bowie and Ameriglow. I think he really did a great thing there. I think he really knows what he's doing, and I think he put all of his experience into that, and that's what helped for him to come up with a sight like this that does that. Now, what's really cool is the lime or yellowish paint you see up there is a luminescent paint. So for a while after you're in light, not only does a tritium vial always glow, it always glows, but the luminescent paint will glow too. So you know if it's been charged by the light, but it doesn't have to be charged by the light for the tritium vial underneath to glow. That's what's cool. But you really get a good sight picture when that's glowing around the tritium vial. But yeah, so that's how I feel about those sights. I love them on here. Wouldn't change them for anything. There's nothing that I would rather put on here than these sights right here. You can look down this gun, and what catches your eye is that front sight, and you're going to be looking at that front sight, and you can look at your target and have this sight in your field of view and get your target. So in a close quarters combat situation, I think these would be a 10 out of 10. In any kind of home defense, self-defense, I think that this would be awesome, because naturally when people have to pull their gun or use their gun or anything that happens stressful and it involves another human being, rarely will you look at anything else but the person you think that's going to kill you or give you grave bodily injury that's standing in front of you. You see what I'm saying there? So this allows you to look at your target and still have this front sight in your field of view because it's so bright and it stands out so much. And I just thought it was excellent for that. I think in a combat situation, a firefight situation, that I think that they would be probably one of the best sights out there that you could have. Also like the XS Big Dot Night sights. I'm kind of torn right now. I need to practice with these more. I don't know which I like better. I think I'll always have a place for these. I've liked these for years, okay? But I cannot sight in on a target and focus on the target and the front sight on this like I can with the Bowie Ameriglow sights, okay? It's a little bit different for me, but I can tell you this, when I'm coming up with this, you see that dot really sticks out in your eyes. Now, don't get me wrong. I am not putting down these sights at all. These will stay on this gun. I will always have XS Big Dot Night sights on a firearms that I own. Always. But I really need to do some more thought into this and see. But these are no slouch, I'll tell you that. These run great, and that big dot catches your eye, and it just works great. And I'm really pleased. I believe that if you, I think you can talk to David Bowie about this. I believe these sights are 95, which ain't bad, and I think that's installed. I think if he has your gun, it's 95 installed. Yeah, which that's not bad. You got the 2 tritium in the back and the 1 tritium up front with the luminescent paint, or you could get the orange. David personally recommended to me to get the lime or the yellow. He said this will really catch your eye, and he said, it's probably one of the ones that stand out the most, and it has the luminescent paint. The orange does not. He didn't say that part, but I'm just telling you that. I went under his recommendation. Okay, now the only fault I've heard about with the lighter colored front is that on shooting paper targets or something, if the background is lighter, that you would have a harder time seeing this. I didn't find that to be the case. I was shooting at silhouette targets, and I was aiming at a light colored bullseye, and it was yellow just like this, like a lime yellow, and I didn't have a problem with that. So you can get like the orange or this, and I don't know if there's any other color, but I really like this lime yellow type color. Yeah, this, I don't know what to say. Fully cleaned and totally stripped and fully heated and frog lubed. Just can't wait to go again. I'm going to the range. Like I said, it will be plus P ammo up front right off the bat. Then it's going to be Winchester white box, and we're going to see how everything goes, and then moving on to the remanufactured Freedom Munitions ammo. So we're going to see how all this performs. I still got 380 left for this car. Cool little gun. Next video. I'm sure you guys, if you want to see it, let me know. I'm sure you probably do. I'm going to put the Viridian laser, I'm going to place it on here and show you what it looks like. The Viridian XL5 or X5L, one of those two. But I'm going to put it back on here, and I'm going to show you what it looks like on the gun, and I'll give you a little shot of the laser and the light. And the light's not a real high output, but the light's very adequate. But the laser is something out of this world. That Viridian green laser is one of the clearest, brightest, easiest to see lasers I've ever dealt with in my life, bar none, on that Viridian. Oh, it's going to go on here. And yeah, that's about it, guys. Let me go ahead and danger check these bad boys, and I'll show you, you know, if I can do this around a tripod. They chamber up nicely. You know, there's no hesitation. Okay, I knew that was going to happen. And yeah, I was having a hard time chambering some of that 100, I didn't mean to get 100 grain 380 ammo from Freedom Munitions, but I did. And I was having a hard time chambering it because the nose was too long. There's that, see? So much easier that is. But you know, hey, I got to do some testing. And I'm not, you know, I'm not going to bash Freedom Munitions. So far, I don't know. I just have to do some more testing, and we'll see. But there it is, guys. 3 really nice guns, and I just can't get over this. Yeah, I'm going to pick it up. I know it's loaded, and I'll be safe. One thing I wanted to mention, too, that I didn't mention before, that David Bowie did that was really something extraordinary that I didn't notice for a while until I got this gun back. Maybe you can notice it. Look at the grip. Do you see anything when you look at this grip? Okay, let me explain to you what I'm talking about, because it might not show on camera like it does in person. Basically, there's a bit of a difference in this grip. What David did was, and this makes sense, he stippled more shallow on the sides, and then if you can tell here, I'm sure you can tell since I pointed it out, he went deeper on the back, would be checkered. He went deep back here, so you get in that grip and you go like that. And then he went deeper on the front strap. So, really provides a great grip. It just, you know, it really gives a maximum gripping. It really feels good on the hand that way. And I just couldn't believe after I noticed that how he did that. He went a little bit lighter up here, but he definitely went in deeper here and on the front strap, and man, it just feels amazing. Locks your hand in. I've let people hold this gun, feel this gun, and they're just amazed. All right, guys, until next time, shooting videos coming up, and I'll see you real soon, everybody. Have a good Friday, and enjoy your weekend, and I'm out.